All right, let's jump right into this explainer. You know that daily fatigue, the subtle signs of aging, that feeling of just slowing down? Well, what if I told you that might actually be a completely reversible cellular issue? We're so conditioned to just accept that waking up tired or losing our fast metabolism is, just part of getting older. But honestly, what if we've been fighting the wrong enemy all along? Today, we're unpacking some truly fascinating research that shows us how we can literally reverse this process, right down at the microscopic level. So here's the roadmap for today. We're looking at the true cause of aging, the cell-destroying poison, the self-repair mechanism, the 3 practical steps, the changes in the body, and finally, the first step.
Section 1. The true cause of aging and why your cells are losing power.
So what if aging just isn't inevitable? I mean, we've all had it drilled into us that getting tired and wrinkly is just a standard fact of life. But man, the science is pointing to something entirely different right now. The truth, and doctors rarely bring this up, is that these signs of aging, they don't inherently have to happen. It's not some genetic life sentence we're all doomed to.
Here is the absolute crux of it. You have trillions of these tiny batteries inside you called mitochondria. They produce literally 100% of your energy. When these tiny engines start to slow down, your whole body essentially begins to rust. Think of them as the literal batteries keeping the lights on in your cells. Right now, they're generating every ounce of energy for your heart to beat, your brain to fire, your muscles to lift. When you were younger, they ran at peak efficiency. But as time goes on, they don't just naturally wind down. They literally die because they're being systematically poisoned day in and day out.
Which brings us to Section 2, the cell-destroying poison, or the hidden villain lurking in your diet.
Now, the source research highlights a really stark divide here. On one side, you have healthier fats that actually fuel you. We're talking butter, olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. But on the flip side, you've got these toxic, highly processed seed oils, soybean, canola, and sunflower oils. And the crazy thing is, they're hidden in almost everything, from your healthy-looking salad dressings to your protein bars. When you eat these seed oils, their oxidized fats get jammed directly into your mitochondrial membranes. They create these nasty free radicals that literally punch holes in the proteins your cells desperately need to make energy.
To put that into perspective, a Johns Hopkins study showed that consuming these seed oils caused up to a 35% drop in mitochondrial function over 5 years. 35%! Imagine you're driving your car and it suddenly loses a third of its horsepower. You'd be at the mechanic immediately, right? But because this happens so slowly in our bodies, we just adapt and brush it off as getting older. What's more, a Stanford study found that high seed oil consumption caused 3 times as many mutations in mitochondrial DNA. You are literally scrambling the genetic code that tells your cells how to survive. It's wild.
Okay, Section 3, the self-repair mechanism and how your body actually cleans house.
Don't panic just yet, because here's the good news. Your body actually has a built-in self-cleaning system that can swap out that broken hardware for fresh new batteries. The catch? It only activates under very specific conditions. This process is called mitophagy. It's this incredible mechanism where your cells actively hunt down the broken, damaged mitochondria, dismantle them completely, and construct brand new, super efficient ones right from scratch. Seriously, no expensive biohacking required here. Your body is totally designed to do this naturally. We just have to stop interrupting it and give it the right signals.
Let's look at Section 4, the 3 practical steps. This is the exact protocol to rebuild your cells.
So here's the protocol. We're looking at 3 main biological triggers that work in tandem to force your body to rebuild itself: intermittent fasting, temperature stress, and strategic supplements. When you stack these 3 things together, they totally amplify each other, creating a massive compounded effect that basically orders your cells to start rebuilding at the microscopic level.
Step 1 is a strict 16-hour fasting window. Now, why 16 hours? Because it takes your body roughly 12 full hours just to burn through its stored glycogen. Once those sugar reserves are finally tapped out, boom, your body flips a metabolic switch and starts burning fat. And guess what? That is the exact moment mitophagy kicks in. So, if you sleep 8 hours, skip breakfast, and eat all your meals between, say, 1 p.m. and 9 p.m., and make absolutely sure to swap out those seed oils for healthy fats, you are actively triggering cellular regeneration every single day. Step 2 brings in controlled temperature stress. First up, heat stress. Think a 30-minute sauna session twice a week. That triggers heat shock proteins, which act like tiny little mechanics rushing in to repair cellular damage. On the flip side, we have cold stress. Yes, a miserable, freezing 3-minute cold shower.
But it is incredibly effective because it activates brown fat, basically screaming at your body to build more mitochondria just to generate heat. A study out of Massachusetts General Hospital found that regular cold exposure bumped up mitochondrial biogenesis by a staggering 42%. 42% just from taking cold showers.
Finally, step 3 is all about handing your cells the exact chemical building blocks they need to function, and these are very specific. CoQ10 is literally the transport chain for your energy, and naturally drops by 50% as we age. NMN boosts NAD+, which is completely essential for energy production. Then there's magnesium glycinate, a vital enzyme cofactor that most of us are severely deficient in. Acetyl L-carnitine physically transports fat into the cells so it can be burned, and alpha-lipoic acid acts as a powerful antioxidant to protect this whole operation. Together, they build the ultimate environment for cellular repair.
Moving on to Section 5, Changes in the Body and Visualizing Your Biological Timeline.
So, what actually happens when you commit to this? The source lays out a really clear timeline. In weeks 1 and 2, honestly, your body's going to protest. We are all so addicted to a constant glucose drip, so feeling hungry or getting a bit of brain fog is totally normal as you transition into fat-burning mode. But if you can push through the weeks 4 to 6, a massive shift happens. You get this clear energy boost, you stop crashing in the afternoons, and your skin actually clears up because it finally has the ATP energy to produce collagen again. By months 4 to 6, your biology literally measures younger. Tests actually show increased insulin sensitivity, lower inflammation, and even a slower rate of telomere shortening.
Now, I know what you might be thinking, and the research anticipates these objections perfectly. You might ask, isn't fasting bad for me? Absolutely not. Humans evolved in environments where food was scarce. It's our modern constant eating culture that's actually abnormal. But don't I need carbs for energy? Nope, your liver produces all the carbs you need through a process called gluconeogenesis. What if saunas are too hard to find? Just hit up a local public bathhouse, or honestly, draw a really hot bath at home. And if all those supplements seem way too expensive, don't buy the whole shelf at once. Just start with CoQ10 and build your protocol over time. There are really no excuses here.
All right, final section. Section 6, the first step and your 24-hour action plan.
Knowing all this science is great, but building the habit is what actually moves the needle. So, do just one thing for the next 24 hours. Shift your eating window. Seriously, don't overwhelm yourself with the saunas and the supplements today. Just compress your meals into an 8-hour window and let your biology do the heavy lifting. Pick your 8 hours. Maybe it's 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Write it down and just commit to it for a single week without changing a single other thing in your life. Just sliding that eating window flips the metabolic switch and starts the cleanup process. Once you feel that clean, stabilized energy return, then you can start stacking on the other habits.
You really do have the power to stop the cellular rust and basically reverse the clock. But deciding to take that very first step, that's entirely on you. This isn't some gate-kept secret. It's just pure biological science. If you stop the continuous poisoning and give your cells the right environment, they are inherently designed to heal themselves. So I want to leave you with this one thought to chew on. Are you going to just keep accepting that fatigue and decline are inevitable, or are you ready to finally flip the switch on your own biology today?